In the past 2 years, I've generated more than $5 million from my clients, and they went from chasing leads, having low profit margins, using money back guarantees, hoping and praying to go viral, just constantly pushing for the next sale, using fancy sales pitches, convincing people to buy from them and not everyone else. It's a constant race to now literally attracting their dream clients, work with clients they consider their friends, having high profit margins, literally having a business that is scalable, predictable, and also fun to run while making more than $50,000 every single month. And I'm going to show you how you can do the same, because you're probably using complex sales funnels, hoping to go viral, always chasing new leads. I'm going to show you how you can build a simple system that helps you attract your dream clients, have high profit margins, having more freedom, and of course more impact in your business while making more than $50,000 every single month, using a simple system that I have used and generated more than $5 million with. Because my client Alex, he went from chasing leads in the streets of Copenhagen to literally making more than $50,000 every single month. Or my other coach is also a client of mine, and he went from literally just being another coach with a fancy sales pitch using a complex funnel to literally having a simple system that allowed him to reach more people, that allowed him to be on international stages and events and being on television, becoming an educational figure, doing life-changing transformations for his clients. Or Alex, my other client, who literally made $139,000 in just 4 months of time using a simple legacy framework that I'm going to show you how you can do the same and build it in your coaching, consulting, or creator business. So if you want to see more content like this, then like and subscribe, because then I will be posting every single week content like this to show you how to get more clients, how to build generational wealth, have more predictability, more profits, and also more fun in your business while having awesome clients, so you can build a legacy that change people's lives. Because now we live in a time and age where people don't need another sales funnel. They don't need another sales pitch. They don't need another money back guarantee, but they simply just need someone that they can trust. Because people don't buy your coaching program. They buy you as the coach. They buy your philosophy. They buy into your values because they want someone that they can resonate with. And with this framework, I'm going to show you how you can build such business that attracts your dream clients because they love what you're doing and not because of your money back guarantee. So if you're ready to see this, then just stick around and I'll show you it. So this is exactly how I would do it, literally from chasing leads to building a life-changing legacy. The first thing you need to do is build the foundation. So we have your market and we have your offer. Once you have an offer that is so good that the market cannot resist it, that's why you have literally a valuable business, because you need to understand the marketplace. You need to provide a desired transformation from your market, how they go from literally zero to hero, because then you have a unique and sellable offer that people will love to buy. Once you have done that, it is time for you to utilize your traffic source, because then what I would do is optimize your Instagram and build a traffic source that is predictable and literally build the beginning of your ecosystem. The way you do that is by optimizing your Instagram and then have a follower ad, which means that if you have this problem and you want to achieve this, then follow me for more info so you can see exactly how you can do this. Then people follow you. Then you can use literally DM ads that is a little bit more specific, which targets a more specific problem. So start with a follower ad. And once you have more followers coming in, you can also combine the DM ad after 30 days combined with the retargeting ad. And the retargeting ad is only for people who have seen your ad without taking action. So once you do that, that means all the people here, they go into your Instagram profile and some of them are following you and some of them are DMing you, and people who don't take action, who don't follow or DM you, they will get literally targeted with another ad. And in the end, they will also take action and start following you. And this is where we go into the nurturing mechanism, where we have 3 factors literally that helps them warm them up, and also builds trust, authority, and a strong belief that you are the perfect one to help them achieve the desired result. Because if you want to do business with people, we do business with people that we like, know, and trust, but most importantly, people that we believe can get us the best results. So the way you actually do this is by having short form content on Instagram. That is your reels between 60 seconds and 90 seconds, giving life-changing advice, using storytelling, and literally giving your best value so the people can transform their life and do a transformational change, transform the life from going from A to B. Because if they do that from your content, they will also stick around because you have helped them so much. This helps you do that by also providing long form content. And why do we need long form content? The reason why we need to do long form content is because when we do long form content, people are also watching a lot of your content. And it takes on average more than 13 hours of content every 13th month to convert a lead into a client using content. So the more content they can consume from you, short form, long form content, the better it is. And we use short form content to warm them up on Instagram so they build trust, authority, and likelihood of achievement. And then once we DM people, have awesome conversations, because we reach out to people who follow you, and also people who DM you. If they're not ready to take action based on where they are in their customer journey, we just send them YouTube assets, which is YouTube videos, to warm them up so they have more value from the business. And then we have the Instagram story sequence, which is basically Instagram stories where we post content about transformation from clients, also lifestyle content, and of course some tips, so we also educate the audience. Because if people are not ready to take action, they possibly need more education and more information to make the right decision to take action and transform their lives. We do that with story sequences to warm people up and literally build an audience so they follow your journey. And this makes it so much more personal because people are used to your content. They feel like they already know you. And all of this, long form, short form, and Instagram stories, it all leads down to having a warm audience. And this is why we go into 2 sections, having warm outbound or warm inbound. Warm inbound is for people who DM you. So maybe you have an ad that says DM me for more info, or have that in your Instagram bio. If this is you, DM me for more info. People DM you. It could also be a word coach, for example. And then we have warm outbound, which is for people who follow you. And then you reach out to them and ask them what really caught their interest, and then start the conversation and see where they are in their journey, if they're ready to take action, if they want more information. Based on where they are, you can literally provide the perfect solution, whether it's booking them in on a call or if it's actually just sending them a YouTube video. So what you also want to be doing, and this goes straight into the converting mechanism, because no matter where they are, they can always be converted into a sales call, because this is actually the flywheel. So once we have warm outbound and warm inbound, it all leads to the conversation. And if they don't answer you, we just follow up with them. And we follow up with them until they engage in the conversation. Based on where they are, if they're ready to take action to solve the problem they have, we always sell the meeting. And we do that by literally saying something like this: if they would be open to learn more about how they possibly can solve X problem and see what the best solution is. And they are always open to that. But let's say that they actually say no. Well, that's perfectly fine. I've actually just made this YouTube video going over exactly how you can do this and go from A to B. Would it help if I send it over? Sure. And then you send them a YouTube video, and a few days later, you follow up with them. You complete this, you do this process until they're going into the sales calls, because either they're just very direct and you go into the sales call, and then if they don't take action and they don't want a sales call, you just send them more YouTube videos and provide them with so much value that in the end, they trust you so much, they like you so much, and you have so much authority, and they also strongly believe that you can help them, which leads to going in on a call and learn how they can actually implement it in a business. We use YouTube and Instagram for this, and this is where we convert leads into booked appointments. Because either you book a call or you build more leverage, and the more leverage you book and build, the more calls you're going to book. So this leads into the sales calls, and this sales call, it either leads up to a follow-up call if you do 2 cold close, but it can also just lead directly to a sale if they're so warmed up. Or you can have a follow-up call later on, and if they're not ready to take action on the call, well, that's perfectly fine. We send them a YouTube video, and then we follow up with them again, which ultimately leads to a sale later on. Because this is an ecosystem, and it's very important to understand that the customer journey is longer with this ecosystem, but it builds more leverage, it builds more trust, likelihood of achievement, and it builds your legacy. Because this is why it's also different from a funnel that always pushes for the quick fixes, the next sale, the next clients, money back guarantees, which is typically a very short customer journey and sales cycle, which means that if the sales cycle is short, they also have to use fake scarcity. They also have to use money back guarantees to have people take action on their offer. We don't need that here because everything is natural. This is an ecosystem. There's no fake about this. This is just providing value or literally making the sale and literally providing even more value. So eventually this will ultimately lead to a sale, because either they take action or they just get sent more value and you have a follow-up call with them. So this is just the cycle here if they don't take action. But it could also just lead to, we have the follow-up call, which goes into the sale. So we have flywheels from here, but we also have a flywheel from here, from the converting mechanism, which goes into having the sale. And this is where we convert strangers into high-paying clients once they have made the sale. The next phase is the satisfaction phase. This is where we have the onboarding call. This is very, very important, because the first 48 hours of having a client are the most important hours in your partnership, because that's where they have been very vulnerable, sent you money. They have trusted you with the money, with the time and energy and the word. So now we have to deliver. So when we actually focus on literally having the onboarding call, literally the day after or 48 hours after the purchase, this is where we can get started with them, and we already feed them with wins. Once we feed them with fast wins. So this is exactly the journey from having a vulnerable client that just invested their money and put their trust and the money on what you can do to literally have completed a desired transformation. We have the onboarding call, and then it's super important the first week that we're delivering small wins. Of course, we cannot deliver the desired transformation in a week, but we can give them small wins. If we give them small wins very fast, we also extend the partnership trust. When I say the partnership trust, is that the client should always have faith in the process. The faster they see progress and the faster they get some wins, the more they will also trust your ability to help them. If we wait 2 months to deliver results, they will also feel that, why am I waiting so long? And it will just make the partnership so untrustworthy. They will not trust what you're doing, and they will be very not very satisfied with what you can do, and they will always be like on their toes and be very nervous. So the faster we can deliver wins, the easier it is to complete the desired transformation, because now they know it works, and they will automatically give you enough time to complete the desired transformation. And once we do that, once they have the desired transformation, this is where we have social proof and we increase the likelihood of achievement. And once we have social proof, this is where we build a good reputation. Once we have a good reputation, this is where we can build a legacy. A legacy cannot be built without a good reputation. Everything depends on that. And that is why this ecosystem is so powerful, because it builds a good reputation. It builds a legacy that people love. People love to be around you. People love what you're doing because you do it in such a natural way. You're not persuading people. You're not pushing people for the next sale. Everything happens so naturally. And that's why I strongly believe that this is the future, because we have already seen the Swift, from crazy money back guarantees, complex sales funnels, to literally just having some content. We use Instagram and we use YouTube, and then we reach out to people who follow, because I am personally focusing on followers over leads, because when we have followers, we can build the personal brand, build the ecosystem, not only for my clients. Yes, the followers will also convert into clients on a short-term basis. But when my clients get 5, 6, 7,000 followers to their name, they always have more. They have everything they need to build a legacy. They have more authority. They also have more people who follow the journey. They build a personal brand. So when they have other opportunities, people also look at, okay, how many people are following this person right here? Okay, he has 8,000 followers. That's better than 100, because you have focused on getting leads and just build up the pipeline and just focusing on instant gratification and instant sales. But here we have followers. So later on, let's say that they want to go into another venture, they want to have another business. Now they have 7,000 followers, 8,000 followers who follow them, and they can literally pitch and promote the new venture to the clients, because they have stuck around, because they literally love what you're doing. And that's why you can also build a legacy with these followers, because not only can you get more clients to your coaching business, but if you want to build a product or a lead list, an email list, you can literally just promote that to your audience and they will take action. And that's why people with a personal brand will always win. They will always win. So if you want to build a life-changing legacy, build a personal brand, get followers, and focus on this, literally this legacy framework. That's how my clients and I have generated more than $5 million in just 2 years of time. I went from building Lego cars in the kindergarten to literally making more than 5 million just 2 years for my clients using this framework. So if you want to see more content like this, please go into the description and find me on Instagram and send me a DM if you want more info on how you can specifically build this for your business. I'll happily answer all your questions. I will point you in the right direction. And then just take care, and I'll see you in the next video.